Pause everything you're doing right now and give me your undivided attention for just a moment, because the message I'm about to share with you could fundamentally alter the way you perceive your entire life, your purpose, and even your existence itself. Have you ever experienced that peculiar sensation, that nagging feeling deep inside your soul, as if something crucial were missing from the lessons you've been taught about life, death, and who you truly are? Perhaps you felt like someone intentionally tore out an important page from the book of your spirit, leaving a gap you've struggled to fill throughout your entire life. If you felt that, you're not imagining things. Your instincts are right. Over 1,000 years ago, a manuscript surfaced that revealed humanity's most profound and fiercely guarded secrets, a truth so potent, so transformative, that powerful forces decided it had to be hidden from ordinary people forever. This truth wasn't just lost by accident. It was deliberately erased, systematically suppressed, because the knowledge within it holds a power so immense that those in positions of authority and control couldn't risk you possessing it. The manuscript I'm referring to speaks explicitly about your soul's existence and purpose before you were ever born into your current body, before your first breath, your first step, your first experience of joy or pain. This sacred text, known to only a select few initiates, is called the CEX Anime, an ancient document penned over 12 centuries ago by a mysterious group of mystics whose identities remain hidden to this day. The manuscript meticulously details the sacred journey your soul undertakes through various stages before it chooses to incarnate into physical form. It provides a map, a precise blueprint, not just of your purpose, but also of the challenges, triumphs, encounters, and meaningful relationships that your soul carefully selected long before your birth. It reveals with stunning clarity that nothing you've encountered has been by mere coincidence. Every moment of joy, every heartbreak, every obstacle, every person who has touched your life has served a profound and deliberate purpose chosen by your soul itself. Can you imagine, just for a moment, living with the profound certainty that every single aspect of your life, even the most painful experiences, was planned by you in a state of total clarity and wisdom? Imagine knowing why you chose the parents you did, why you selected the physical body you're in, and why the particular struggles you face daily are part of a higher plan you devised before your memory of it was temporarily erased. This knowledge transforms pain from a random, cruel occurrence into purposeful training, designed precisely for your spiritual growth. It changes your perspective from victimhood to empowerment, from feeling trapped by circumstances to understanding your role as the architect of your own existence. In our modern world, most people live as though they're riding an out-of-control roller coaster. Everything seems random, chaotic, beyond their influence. We suffer from anxiety, stress, and confusion, trying desperately to make sense of life's trials and tribulations without ever grasping their deeper meaning. We wonder why we're here, why life unfolds the way it does, and what hidden purpose might lie behind it all. According to the ancient CEX Anime, this feeling of confusion and emptiness isn't accidental. It's a direct result of having forgotten the soul's original intentions upon entering this physical reality. But what if I told you that your soul once stood on the threshold of existence and consciously decided every major aspect of your upcoming life? In this sacred, invisible dimension, you were guided by beings of immense wisdom and compassion, masters and counselors who supported you through every decision, every choice of family, circumstances, challenges, and triumphs. Your soul carefully selected each difficulty, not as punishment, but as necessary experiences for spiritual evolution, just as precious metals become refined in intense heat and pressure. The more painful the challenge, the greater the potential growth and transformation. Nothing you have faced, nothing you currently struggle with, is meaningless or accidental. It's all part of your sacred curriculum. Think about the moments when you've questioned everything. Why your relationships have unfolded the way they have. Why certain doors opened while others slammed shut in your face. Why certain painful experiences have haunted you. The manuscript says clearly that before your incarnation, your soul, with full awareness and incredible clarity, agreed to every experience, knowing precisely how each challenge would serve your evolution. The realization of this truth turns confusion into clarity, resentment into understanding, fear into courage. It helps you reclaim your inner power, freeing you from the limiting belief that you are merely a victim, tossed about by fate. Take a deep breath now and ask yourself honestly if something within you feels a resonance, a gentle whisper of recognition. That whisper is your soul remembering the sacred journey it undertook long before your physical birth. It's your deeper self reconnecting with truths that have always been there, hidden beneath the surface of conscious awareness. This awakening is not merely philosophical, it's profoundly practical. When you understand that each moment of your life was intentionally designed, every setback becomes an opportunity, every pain becomes a teacher, every relationship, whether joyful or difficult, becomes a catalyst for awakening. The CEX Anime describes clearly that this awakening begins with a profound sense of calling, a universal invitation from existence itself, reaching your soul across dimensions. This call is subtle, yet unmistakable, a gentle music that resonates with something deep inside you. You've likely felt it already, perhaps when looking into the eyes of a loved one, witnessing a breathtaking sunrise, or experiencing moments of deep solitude and quiet reflection. It manifests as an intuitive knowing, an internal compass pointing you toward a deeper, more authentic existence than what society typically promotes. It urges you toward self-awareness, toward asking deeper questions about who you are and why you're truly here. When your soul first hears this call, you face a critical choice. You can choose to ignore it, continuing a life on autopilot, safe, comfortable, yet ultimately unfulfilling. Or you can courageously embrace it, stepping into a reality filled with purpose and meaning, even if it's initially unsettling. By acknowledging this call, you begin to break free from the illusions and limitations imposed by societal conditioning. You start to question long-held beliefs, understanding that you're not just here to pay bills, consume, and move blindly through the motions. You're here for something infinitely greater, something deeply transformative. The next sacred stage detailed in the manuscript is the life review, an experience your soul undertakes before incarnating again. This isn't a judgmental or punitive process, but rather an immensely compassionate exploration of past experiences, actions, and their effects on others. Every action you've taken across lifetimes is felt deeply, vividly, allowing profound understanding and empathy to emerge. The purpose of this review is not punishment, it is learning. It is recognizing the interconnectedness of all life and the responsibilities inherent in every action. This spiritual review prepares your soul, teaching it empathy, compassion, and accountability. Knowing this gives you an extraordinary gift, the understanding that it's never too late to change your life. Right now, today, you can begin to rewrite your own story, make different choices, and create new outcomes. You have the power at this moment to ask yourself honestly what impact you are leaving behind, what mark you wish to imprint on the eternity of your soul. Imagine yourself consciously reviewing your life today. What would you be proud of? What would you wish to change? This awareness isn't meant to burden you. It's meant to liberate you from past regrets and guilt, enabling you to move forward with clarity, compassion, and courage. As you embark on this journey of remembrance, the understanding emerges that you are supported by a powerful spiritual team, an invisible, wise council of souls that has accompanied you since long before your physical birth. You have never truly been alone. These spiritual beings, radiant with unconditional love, have always stood by your side, guiding, encouraging, and gently reminding you of your chosen path, even in the darkest moments. Your strong intuitions, vivid dreams, and moments of inexplicable clarity are often messages from this council, nudging you gently toward your highest potential. With this truth comes a profound realization. The more you tune into silence, intuition, and self-awareness, the clearer these spiritual messages become. Meditation, reflection, and sincere contemplation aren't just personal development techniques. They're gateways to reconnecting with your soul's true purpose and regaining your authentic spiritual power. Have you ever stopped to consider that deep, inner voice you've been hearing all your life? The one gently guiding you toward choices you can't logically explain, but that feel inherently right. According to the ancient wisdom described in the CEX anime, this subtle whisper isn't random at all. It's actually the echo of a powerful conversation your soul once had long before your birth. After carefully reviewing its past existences, your soul sat down with a council of extraordinary beings, masters and guides of unparalleled compassion and wisdom. Together, in perfect harmony, they shaped a blueprint for the new life you were about to undertake. Imagine for a moment this sacred gathering, a realm filled with pure, radiant light, where judgment doesn't exist, only profound love and understanding. Here, surrounded by these ancient spiritual companions, your soul took a deeply active role, making critical decisions about the lessons you would learn, the relationships you would form, and the challenges you'd encounter. Nothing was imposed upon you. Every detail was chosen freely, lovingly, and courageously. This realization, that your life's deepest struggles were selected willingly by your soul, can radically alter the way you experience hardship. Suddenly, the things that once seemed unfair or unjust begin to reveal their deeper purpose, becoming stepping stones toward your spiritual awakening. One of the most extraordinary aspects of this process is the selection of your life's purpose. Many of us spend decades seeking meaning, desperately trying to understand what we're meant to do here, feeling restless, disconnected, even lost. Yet, the CEX anime assures us that the truth isn't hidden externally. It's always been deeply embedded within us, encoded in our very souls. Before incarnating, you chose a primary purpose, a sacred mission uniquely tailored to your spirit's growth. It might have involved healing emotional wounds from past experiences, mastering profound lessons in forgiveness, developing great compassion, or perhaps helping others awaken through inspiration or service. If you're feeling uncertain about what your purpose is, pause now and reflect deeply on the patterns of your life. Notice what repeatedly moves your heart, what sparks your passion, and what awakens a sense of profound meaning or joy in you. Often, your purpose can be discovered precisely in the challenges you've faced most frequently. For instance, if you've encountered repeated struggles with abandonment or rejection, perhaps your mission involves learning unconditional love and acceptance, both for yourself and others. If you've felt profound pain related to injustice or unfairness, maybe your soul is guiding you toward advocating compassion, empathy, or equality. This choice of purpose isn't arbitrary. It's intricately connected with every decision you made about your body, your family, and even your birthplace. Many of us struggle with the families we've been born into, wondering why we had to face certain traumas, difficulties, or conflicts. But what if I told you that your family, no matter how difficult or loving, was precisely chosen by your soul for specific and powerful reasons? The body you inhabit, with all its particular strengths, limitations, and physical traits, was also deliberately selected to help fulfill your soul's unique purpose. Yes, even those circumstances that seem the most painful or unjust, abuse, poverty, disability, are deeply connected to your soul's chosen lessons. Of course, this can be incredibly challenging to accept from our human perspective. But from your soul's vantage point, every hardship is viewed as a powerful catalyst for growth and transformation. Every difficult situation you endure was specifically chosen because your soul knew that through these challenges, it would develop strength, resilience, empathy, and wisdom. When you begin to perceive your life's trials through this lens, resentment and bitterness slowly fade away, replaced by a profound sense of gratitude and empowerment. But how do we forget such crucial truths after birth? The answer lies in one of the most mysterious and intriguing aspects of our spiritual journey: the veil of forgetfulness. Imagine your soul, radiant with wisdom, standing at the threshold between spiritual clarity and physical existence. In this profound, pivotal moment, your soul willingly chooses to forget, to enter life stripped of all conscious awareness of its eternal truths. Why? Because to fully experience the human journey, with all its intensity, authenticity, and transformative power, the memories must temporarily fade away. Without this veil, life would hold little surprise, growth would stagnate, and the incredible lessons learned from uncertainty, doubt, and genuine discovery would vanish. The veil isn't punishment. It's a courageous act of love and trust, a decision to step boldly into the unknown, embracing vulnerability and genuine human experience. Yet even in this intentional forgetfulness, your soul left subtle clues. Have you ever had a moment where you felt inexplicable longing or nostalgia for something you can't quite define? Perhaps you've had vivid dreams or powerful intuitions hinting at truths far beyond your daily reality. These aren't mere coincidences or figments of your imagination. They're gentle reminders from your soul, whispering to you from behind the veil. Recognizing these subtle hints is crucial because each one brings you closer to awakening fully to who you truly are. Each intuitive nudge, each meaningful dream, each synchronicity you encounter in life acts as a small tear in the veil, allowing flashes of your soul's eternal wisdom to shine through. And the more attention you give to these moments, the more clearly and frequently they'll appear, slowly guiding you toward your original purpose and identity. Consider how different your life would be if you consciously embraced this process of remembering. If instead of dismissing your intuitions, you listened to them deeply. If you took time every day to sit quietly, to meditate, reflect, and reconnect with the sacred whispers of your inner wisdom. Gradually, you'd begin to feel a profound sense of peace, clarity, and confidence emerging from within. Life would no longer feel random or meaningless, but deeply intentional, rich with significance and purpose. And here's another powerful realization from the ancient manuscript. You are never alone on this journey. The Council of Souls, the wise, compassionate beings who supported you in shaping your life's blueprint, continue to guide you even now. These spiritual companions remain ever present, silently watching over you, gently offering guidance through your intuition, dreams, and even subtle signs and synchronicities. When you sincerely ask for their help or guidance, you immediately open yourself to receiving profound spiritual assistance. Imagine being able to reconnect consciously with these spiritual guides, those who have known and loved you across lifetimes, who deeply understand your challenges and joys, who compassionately accompany every step of your journey. All you have to do is create a small, quiet space within yourself each day, allowing your spirit the chance to communicate and receive guidance from this supportive, loving spiritual team. This profound awareness leads naturally to the next stage described by the CEX anime, the final preparation before physical birth, the courageous leap of faith your soul takes. At the threshold between worlds, knowing fully that it would temporarily lose conscious connection to its wisdom, your soul courageously embraced vulnerability. It agreed to experience life in a fragile human body, facing uncertainty, pain, and limitation, yet also potential joy, love, and transformation. It did so with total trust that through the experience of human life, profound spiritual growth and awakening would occur. This leap of faith is perhaps the greatest act of courage imaginable. Your soul chose vulnerability, knowing it would endure hardship, pain, fear, and loss. Yet, it accepted these conditions willingly, driven by a deep, unshakable knowing that each human experience, every tear shed, every joy felt, would ultimately serve the soul's journey back toward divine remembrance. And now, by simply recalling this truth, you reignite the same courage your soul once embraced so fully. You remember your innate strength, your profound wisdom, your true eternal nature. Now that you're beginning to remember, you inevitably face the question: why were these truths hidden from humanity for so long? Why have we grown up conditioned to feel powerless, limited, and separate from our spiritual nature? The answer is both simple and profound. Those who desire control understand that conscious, spiritually awakened souls are impossible to manipulate through fear or illusion. When you realize your true nature, that you're a divine, eternal being who deliberately chose this life, traditional methods of control, such as guilt, fear, and shame, lose their power completely. Throughout history, institutions and powerful authorities have gone to great lengths to suppress this sacred knowledge. They have burned manuscripts, persecuted spiritual masters, and systematically discredited those who dared speak openly about humanity's true spiritual heritage. Yet despite their efforts, the truth could never be entirely erased. It remained hidden in quiet corners, whispered through dreams, intuition, and ancient texts, like the CEX anime itself. Today, this truth is resurfacing more strongly than ever, signaling that humanity is ready to awaken, reclaiming its spiritual freedom. This awakening is your birthright. It's the reason your soul chose to incarnate at this precise moment in history, to participate consciously in humanity's spiritual evolution. And now, more clearly than ever, you're being called to reclaim the power, wisdom, and courage your soul has always carried within. The simple fact you're hearing this now is evidence that your soul is ready to awaken. Trust it, embrace it, and allow yourself to remember fully who you are. Now, as you begin to remember the sacred origins of your soul, you might naturally wonder, how exactly can I fully awaken to these forgotten truths? How can I practically reconnect with the powerful essence of who I really am? According to the ancient wisdom of the CEX anime, awakening isn't a sudden magical event, nor is it reserved for a chosen few. Rather, it's a gradual, conscious reconnection with your eternal self, a process you can initiate right now, wherever you are, at any stage of life. The very first step in this profound journey is surprisingly simple, yet incredibly transformative: silence. Think about how chaotic and noisy modern life can be. Constant notifications, busy schedules, demands from others, endless distractions. This is no accident. Those in power have long understood that keeping humanity distracted, overloaded, and disconnected from inner silence effectively blocks the subtle whispers of the soul. When you intentionally create moments of quiet, whether through meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in nature, you start to clear away the mental clutter that has kept you from hearing your soul's true voice. In this silence, you'll begin to notice something remarkable. The gentle voice of your intuition grows stronger, clearer, and more insistent. Intuition is not just random guessing or wishful thinking. It's the language your soul uses to communicate with you across the veil of forgetfulness. Often, intuition may lead you in directions that initially don't seem logical or rational. Perhaps it urges you to make a life change that others consider risky, or nudges you toward a person or experience without any apparent reason. Yet, the more you trust and follow these intuitive impulses, the more your life begins to align beautifully with the original blueprint your soul designed long ago. Then there's the realm of dreams, another profound gateway for reconnecting with your true self. Dreams aren't merely random neurological events. The ancient manuscript explains clearly that when you sleep, your soul temporarily releases itself from some of the dense constraints of physical reality. This partial liberation allows you to receive messages from the spiritual realms, often in symbolic or vivid forms. Perhaps you've had dreams of places you've never visited, yet they feel intensely familiar, as if you've lived there before. Or you meet strangers who somehow feel deeply connected to you, awakening powerful emotions that linger even after you wake. These are not simply your imagination. They're echoes of your soul's eternal memory reaching out to you, offering guidance and comfort. Keeping a journal beside your bed can help you capture these insights before they fade into the noise of daily life. Reflect on your dreams. Ask yourself openly and honestly, what messages might my soul be trying to communicate? Doing this regularly can profoundly accelerate your awakening process, creating clearer connections between your conscious self and your eternal wisdom. And remember, awakening isn't something you must navigate alone. You've always been accompanied by spiritual guides and teachers, loving, wise beings who've committed themselves to assisting you from beyond the veil. These guides exist not as distant, abstract entities, but as supportive allies who understand intimately your struggles, dreams, and deepest desires. You can consciously invite them into your life, asking directly for guidance, signs, or comfort. The more sincerely and openly you reach out, the more clearly their presence becomes apparent. Synchronicities begin occurring more frequently. Helpful people enter your life at precisely the right moments. The right book or message appears exactly when you need it. All these events are signs that your spiritual support team is actively responding to your call. Yet, awakening is also about reclaiming your own inner authority, not outsourcing your power to anyone else, even spiritual guides. Your soul designed this life with incredible wisdom, courage, and clarity. Every struggle you face, every joy you experience, every moment of confusion or doubt is part of a sacred curriculum created uniquely for your growth. Your task isn't to escape challenges or hardship, but to transform them into spiritual insight, empathy, and strength. By recognizing this truth deeply, you regain sovereignty over your life, no longer feeling helplessly tossed about by fate or circumstance. Understanding that every difficulty has purpose changes your perspective dramatically. Challenges become opportunities rather than obstacles. Losses become sacred teachers rather than punishments. Pain transforms into wisdom rather than senseless suffering. This powerful realization releases you from the illusion of victimhood that has kept humanity trapped for centuries. Instead, you emerge as the conscious creator of your own journey, empowered by the truth that you willingly chose every experience, knowing it would serve your soul's profound evolution. But what happens next, once you begin living consciously, guided by this wisdom? According to the ancient manuscript, your life starts transforming dramatically from the inside out. Relationships become deeper, more authentic, and genuinely nourishing. You naturally gravitate toward experiences and people who resonate deeply with your soul's purpose, shedding connections that no longer serve your highest growth without guilt or resentment. Your career or creative endeavors become infused with passion and purpose, driven not by societal expectations, but by genuine spiritual fulfillment. Most importantly, peace, a deep, lasting peace, begins permeating your daily life, no matter what external chaos surrounds you. Yet, awakening isn't merely about personal transformation. It also has profound implications for the collective human journey. Imagine a world where every individual remembers their true nature as an eternal, conscious creator, no longer bound by fear, guilt, or illusions of separation. Imagine a society built on compassion, empathy, and profound spiritual awareness, rather than competition, manipulation, and division. This vision isn't utopian fantasy. It's precisely why your soul chose this moment to incarnate. Humanity stands now at a powerful threshold, poised to reclaim the sacred truths it was forced to forget. And by awakening your own soul's memory, you actively contribute to the collective transformation humanity so desperately needs. The CEX Anime makes it clear that the time has arrived when more and more souls are remembering who they truly are. All around the world, people are sensing this shift, feeling an inner restlessness, urging them to question old patterns and beliefs. You're hearing this now, not by coincidence, but because your soul is part of this profound, collective awakening. You're ready to shed the old paradigms that have limited humanity for centuries and step bravely into the expansive truth of your divine nature. Of course, this journey won't always feel easy or comfortable. Awakening can disrupt everything you've ever known, requiring you to release deeply ingrained beliefs and patterns. But remember, your soul chose this path with absolute certainty, courage, and love. You've already proven your bravery by simply incarnating into this challenging physical reality. And the same courage that carried you across the veil of forgetfulness now resides within you, available at every moment. Take a deep breath now and acknowledge your courage. Feel it within you, ancient and steady, reminding you gently of who you truly are. Embrace this moment as your sacred invitation, an invitation to fully awaken, to reclaim your power, and to live boldly in alignment with your soul's deepest truths. Remember, your soul never demands perfection. It only asks that you move forward with sincerity, openness, and compassion toward yourself and others. It encourages you to trust deeply in your own inner wisdom, knowing that every step you take toward awakening brings you closer to your authentic self and the infinite love from which you originated. This isn't just about personal enlightenment. It's about reshaping the future of humanity itself. By courageously living your truth, by remembering your divine essence, you inspire others to awaken as well. Every soul who reclaims its eternal memory contributes to a powerful global awakening, gradually transforming society into one founded on truth, love, and spiritual sovereignty. So here's the beautiful, liberating truth. You no longer have to wait. Your awakening has already begun, sparked by the very questions and intuitions that led you here today. Everything you need is already within you, waiting patiently, lovingly, for you to remember. Trust yourself deeply. Follow your intuition courageously. Embrace silence regularly. Connect consciously with your spiritual guides. Honor your dreams and inner wisdom, and release the illusion of limitation and fear. Now, as you gently reconnect with your soul's eternal memory, your life will blossom into the sacred, purpose-filled journey it was always intended to be. Your soul, with infinite love, invites you home, to yourself, to your truth, and to the divine essence that you've carried within all along. This journey, your awakening, is the greatest adventure imaginable. Embrace it fully, knowing with absolute certainty that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Welcome back, beautiful soul, to your sacred journey home.